I welcome everyone. The project is in touch with you Guru.Markets. Thank you very much for paying attention to us. Dear viewer, please give this video a royal like. Your like is essential for the development of the project Guru.Markets. Now we will compare the main indicators of the corporation Qiagen NV, ticker QGEN. The review is based on current information at the time, June 17, 2024. According to classification Guru.Markets company Qiagen NV belongs to the subcategory. Mid-analysis, 76 organizations take part in the comparison. This is very representative. Let's start with summary information about the company. If necessary, you can pause the video. You can study all the parameters of the company under study more carefully. Access to the database with ticker classification is free and open. Thank you for your repost and other help. All this is very important to us. Market capitalization of the company Qiagen NV is $9.39 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $787 billion. Qiagen NV accounts for a share of 1.194%. This is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $3.8 billion. And the balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory is $184 billion. Qiagen NV accounts for a share of 2.064%. By comparing the shares of market and balance sheet capitalization, we can see the following. Occupied share Qiagen NV in the subcategory in the case of assessing the exchange value is 1.194%. The balance sheet capitalization is 2.064%, which is 73% more than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and book value in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The debts of the organization under study amount to $1.597 billion. Debt to book capitalization is 42% of capital. Result on the company's debt level. Good, 1 point. The company's market price to earnings ratio is 28.2. While the average in the subcategory is 59, this is 52% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market price to profit ratio in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Very good, 2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was $337 million. Future earnings for the coming 12 months are expected to be $453 million. 34.4% more than at the current moment. An assessment of the projected future profit indicator in comparison within the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's price-to-revenue ratio is 4.9. The subcategory average is 3.9, which is 26% higher than the subcategory average. Evaluation of the company's market price-to-revenue ratio in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $1,940 million. Future revenue for the next 12 months is tentatively expected to be $2,600 million. And this is 34% more than now. Estimation of expected future sales in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The sales margin is 17.4%, with an average in the subcategory of 6.6%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 10.8%. Assessment of marginality in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees by subcategory is 0.863%. This is 38% less than the share of market capitalization. And this fact shows the discrepancy between the company's exchange value Qiagen NV, most likely towards revaluation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $1,574,000. And in the subcategory there are $1,137,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 38.4%. Estimation of the amount of market capital of a company per employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per individual employee is $56,500. With the average in the subcategory, $19,300. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 193%. Estimation of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's revenue per employee is $325,000. By subcategory $291,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 12%. Estimation of sales volume for each company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Shares short corresponded to 1.2%, with an average for the subcategory of 3.5%. This is an indicator of the risk of a short squeeze. Indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 40% for the company Qiagen NV. Whereas in the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is approximately 45%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are quoted in the same way as shares Qiagen NV. Comparing the price movement of a company's shares Qiagen NV and subcategory shares. We can see that over 12 months the stock Qiagen NV showed a dynamics of -7.8%. Against price dynamics in the subcategory -14.1%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but we must keep this fact in mind. The overall result is as follows, 6.5 out of 10 points. The average for the subcategory is 0 points. If you look broadly, within the entire market in total, we can see that the average score for the stock market in the aggregate is 0.4 points. Against a score of 6.5 for the company Qiagen NV. Let's look at the order table. It is available to you. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all decisions of the stock valuation reference system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of the analysis of the company's securities Qiagen NV. Information and reference system GURU.Markets, the following decision was made. Open an order, for a reason Qiagen NV undervalued subcategory company. Thank you very much for watching to the end and for using the information and reference system GURU.Markets. You really are the coolest crowd.